and welcome back to another episode of Between Classes. I'm here joined with some very special guests from our school. So real quick, today's topic is going to be a little bit more of a touchy one. We're going to talk about how to cope emotionally when the world feels overwhelming. And just a bit of a disclaimer, we're going to discuss some world events and their emotional impact specifically on the students at the FH. And then also, but we're not going to go into any graphic detail, and we're not going to have any sort of political debates here. And anyone here is free to take a step back or if they want to pause if necessary. Real quick, why don't we have you guys introduce yourselves? We'll start on this side, please.
So normally it's first ladies, but I'm going to start. My name is Purya Najafi. I'm studying digital marketing and sales management. Mm-hmm. I'm in fourth semester right now. Mm-hmm. And thank you for having me here.
Of course. So I feel like we have a biased panel of 3 DMS students.
Yeah, it does make things a little bit more difficult. Yeah. I'm Jacob. I'm also studying digital marketing and sales here at the FH, also in my 4th semester.
Mm-hmm. Wow, how do you guys know each other?
It's a mystery.
It's a mystery, yes. Okay.
Okay, I am Sheikh Jannatul Moshumi. I am here to break the barrier. So I am from Applied Data Science. Mm-hmm. And yeah, I'm studying in FH.
Okay, yeah. Mm-hmm. So thank you guys very much for joining us today.
Of course.
How are you guys doing? Just overall, that's I feel like sometimes a loaded question to ask.
Very loaded. Very loaded. Mm-hmm. Doing, I think, as best as can be expected. You know, mm-hmm. trying to focus on the good in the world and try and deal with things as they come. Mm-hmm. I don't know much how else. How much more you can do than mm-hmm. trying to parse what you have, mm-hmm. I suppose.
Yeah. I feel like, every time we open up the news nowadays, mm-hmm. it's sort of like, it's depressing, it's stressful, it's frustrating. I just get very overwhelmed reading the news nowadays. I mean, how is that for you guys? How do you feel when you're reading the news?
So, I have to be honest, I'm not feeling so good about this situation what's happening right now in the world, but mm-hmm. I think we have to see what I can do for this news. Mm-hmm. If I can do something which the other people also feel good, mm-hmm. so I have to go for it, because just reading the news make no sense, except empathy is good, mm-hmm. but action, mm-hmm. what I can do mm-hmm. for a better world in the future.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yes.
Saying that's good to remind yourself, think about the action that you take and not try to dwell on it. Mm-hmm. I know something that happens for me often is that I get on doom scrolling where mm-hmm. I'm just on my Instagram feed, I'm on my, BuzzFeed, and I'm going and reading things another terrible thing happened with, ICE, or something happened when, mm-hmm. In Venezuela, or something happened around the world. And I'm just, feeling very are we living in an alternate reality?
Yeah.
Are we feeling we're in a separate timeline? We've gone off track, and now we're mm-hmm. just kind of plummeting almost.
Mm-hmm. It feels very fever dreamish.
Yeah, it definitely actually feels overwhelming, because in one hand you cannot ignore it. Yeah. You have to stay informed that what is going on in the world. But yeah, I also feel like, considering the news characteristics and what are actually broadcasted and all those mm-hmm. things actually really overwhelming, which I think also turn us to become emotionally overwhelmed. Mm-hmm. Might be because also some people, not everyone actually can grasp the situation or the information or can cope up with the emotion properly. Right. So it could be possible, sometimes it turns into the burnout as well.
Yeah.
So it's kind of really difficult situation we are passing. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's quite numbing. Eventually.
I mean, I feel like that sometimes. I feel like it's a mixture of I'm feeling, helpless, but also I'm feeling numb.
Yes.
And this is maybe coming from the background of the United States. We've
For sure.
heard a lot of bad news from our country, recently and also in the past. And it's it just is tiring to the point where it's you feel like you want to do something, but also it's just the same mm-hmm. note being played constantly.
And there's also the question of how much can you do from so far away,
mm-hmm.
and trying to do as much as you can while making sure that you're not putting too much of yourself into it, because you still have to live your life, even if the world is, mm-hmm. I know this is maybe a bit of an exaggeration. Even if the world is burning around you, you have to continue to.
It's kind of burning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you still have to try and make the best of your life as you can, and still move forward with the things that you need, in addition to trying to help as much as you can.
And I know we're making jokes, we're laughing because that's what we do on the podcast, but it is a very serious topic. And I know that it does hit people a lot harder, especially if they have personal ties to what's going on as well.
Yeah, sure.
But, do you feel like you have to keep up with the news recently? Like, do you feel like this sort of pressure to kind of keep up to date? Or do you not feel?
I think, honestly, for me, is probably a little bit different because of my home country and what's happening over there. I'm Persian, if you guys don't know, and what's happening in Iran right now. And part of my family is in Iran. And I have to be honest, you cannot say I don't care.
Yeah.
Because
Absolutely.
if I say I don't care, I'm not human. Okay? I have to do care. But the point is, it's not a pause point in the life. It's not, okay, I pause it right now. I would like to do this and then keep going. No.
Yeah.
I have to do my assignment. I have to do my exam. I have to do my job. But this is something extra, which is something happen right now, right? So handling this, it's not easy.
No.
It's not
No
easy
one
at all. I'm
expects
telling you.
ease.
Yeah, but it's possible. It's not easy, but it's possible. It was a moment for me, starting like 2026, like everybody celebrating the new year, and I was just watching the news, what's happening there, and news are not good at all. Like what's happening over there, it's crazy.
It's like-
Okay.
I can only
And yeah,
imagine how
and
you
it
feel.
was a moment I had to do my exam. I have to study for my exam. I have to do my job. And my body say, I don't want anymore. Leave me alone. Like I cannot handle it anymore. And the point is, it's okay. You have to understand this is okay.
Exactly.
You know?
You're allowed to feel the emotions that you're feeling.
Exactly.
You should
Yeah.
permit yourself to feel frustrations,
Yeah.
to feel upset. Obviously, you can't let it control your whole life, but you allow to feel yourself
Yeah.
in these
And first of all, exactly.
vulnerable moments.
Of course, you have to understand this is okay to be emotional. This is okay to have empathy because we are human.
Yeah.
If you don't have it, it's a problem.
Yeah.
It is a problem.
It's it's a huge problem.
I mean, you mentioned that you feel like you felt your body stop at
Yeah.
that moment. I mean, so you feel like that is it's been affecting your life as a student, the news.
Of course. And I'm kind of person, I want to do stuff. But I had to understand that, okay, I cannot do it right now. I have to step back, write to my professor. This is the situation, talk with them. Thank God I went through my exam successfully. Just one of them is left, so I have to do it.
Congrats.
But appreciate it. Thank you. But and about my job also, I haven't done anything for 1 month, right? And but it's okay. I understood that as I'm 27,
Yeah.
right? Like it's late to understand, but we learn this is the process, right? And I learned that this is okay to be not okay.
It is
Right.
Yeah.
okay not to be okay.
Exactly. Take a step back. Try to focus on yourself,
Yeah.
and which you can find a way. Which maybe you can help your people. You are outside the country, so at least I can be their voice, and that's can help me to feel I'm
Yeah.
not
Yeah.
useless, right? I'm doing something for them,
Yes.
you know.
Sure.
And that's the at least thing I can do for them. So that helped me a lot, right? And try to go for a walk. And I would love to say about meditation, right? But this is so cliche and sometimes doesn't work, right? Yeah, just go for a
Just-
walk.
Everything you say about namaste is cliche.
Yeah, you know,
Yeah.
it's like how can I say? This is the quote said. You cannot control your mind when your body feel powerless. You know. So first of all, go for a walk. Try to do some sport. Talk with the people.
Yeah.
If you are lucky and you have some friends or family, try to talk with them. And I think sometimes it's better to talk with the people who share the same problem, right? Because they can understand you better, you know?
Yeah.
Because I don't want to say some people cannot understand you, but just think about this situation. You have to write to your family or your life
Yeah.
in 21st century.
Yeah.
It's honestly insane that
This is
we're having
insane.
problems that almost feel like they're repeating, for
Yeah.
generations, for centuries, that we're
Yeah,
still,
it is.
experiencing these tragedies in a
Yeah.
modern world.
Exactly.
Feels like a bit of a backslide.
That's how the state of the world is. It's like every step forward, two steps back.
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of.
Unfortunately.
And I think like for it is also a bit difficult, as you already mentioned, for international student, we feel like we actually living dual life because
Yeah.
we are here,
Yeah.
we are spending one
Exactly.
life, and in our home country,
Yeah.
there is another life where you are not physically present, but still
Yeah.
you are connected.
Of course.
Yeah, so things
course.
actually sometimes I feel for international students become a bit more overwhelming and energy drowning
Yeah.
because one side we are actually coping up with new environment, new
Yeah.
everything. We are far from home, but still there are something ongoing because like comparatively to other portion of the world, our portion I would say a bit more stable. But I also had to face this kind of same thing because last year we also have a sudden student protest, and then it become really massive.
Yeah.
And it's almost 1 month I could not actually reach to my home country properly.
I'm so sorry.
No internet, no
Yeah.
communication. So it was actually really overwhelming. But my life here is, I cannot stop it properly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
But
point, yeah.
also you said actually when you communicating with someone who actually come or could relate those things.
Mm-hmm.
So I actually completely support those things because I also feel like what I actually experienced, I could actually more relate with your situation
Yeah.
than might definitely might be others can as well. But I feel like there is another feelings or attachment we already created kind of
Mm-hmm.
because of the situation and the experience and the how we are actually managing ourselves here. So it's kind of really becoming a burnout stress. You have your work, you have your study, your
Exactly.
assignment and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can truly understand that.
And that's a really good point about international students feeling more overwhelmed
Yes,
because you
yes.
have to deal with everything going on here, and
Yeah, of
everyone
course.
around you is not exactly experiencing what you're experiencing
Yeah.
back in your home country.
That's true. And sometimes like you are commanding your mind and your body, but it's really not working
Yeah.
that way when you are not mentally in peace or rest, because how could you can control yourself to think about your family? You can't.
Right.
It's not possible. But you have to adjust. You have to like put a boundary or a stop point there that okay, I cannot do anything, or accept your helplessness.
Yeah.
That is I think also very difficult for people to accept.
Yes.
How can you do how much you do and what you wanted to do but you can't.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So it's actually really difficult to cope up.
That's
Yeah.
a really difficult thing to do, to admit when you are helpless in a situation,
Yes.
you can't do something to change an outcome. That's, we all feel like we want to control everything. We want
Yeah,
to
of
have,
course.
if we feel out of control of something, we feel like, you're floating in water and you have
Yeah.
no sense of, which way to go.
Yeah, definitely. And I actually time to time also got a bit afraid as well when I communicate with other people who are also facing the same situation. So it is actually, I appreciate what you said, that it doesn't mean that we are actually weak, but
Yes.
again, it actually depends person to person. Some
Yeah.
people really feel like a guilty feeling because they are here in a safe place
Yes.
and their family is in a very unsafe situation. So those things I would say turn into sometimes mental stress and all. So we should actually really consider think about our mental health, also the physical thing as well. So but it's challenging. We are
Yes.
really passing a challenging
Of course.
situation.
Yeah, sure.
We should get, merits for,
Yeah.
going through this program.
Extra points.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
But I know what you said, about it feels somewhat isolating being in another country where, if you're in your home country, you have others around you who are feeling the same way.
Yeah.
And feeling in a place
Dealing with
where
the same things.
not exactly everyone is dealing with the same thing as you are, and you don't really know who can I talk to, who's going to understand what
Yeah.
I'm going through, or what if they have the same empathy that I feel for this situation.
Yes.
And I mean, I know Puri had mentioned that he got some support from his professors saying like if he needed to take a break,
Yeah.
you know, he was, allowed that. Do you feel like you received support from your professors if you needed a moment to step back, or you as well? Or
Yeah, I would say actually I was able to somehow to continue my studies that time, but that time I also actually working. So I would say the main support system actually came from my colleagues. They understand the whole situation. Even they also search into the internet that okay, what is going on, so that actually they can communicate with me properly. Because if you don't understand the situation, the
That's the point.
communication actually
Sure.
cannot progress. So they really helped me a lot.
And
So
that's
yeah.
Yeah.
really valuable to have people over that you can talk
Yeah.
to, especially if you know your work colleagues is kind of like your work family. People like to say, you know,
Yes.
don't go to a business that says, you know, when you hear your family, because you
Yeah.
know you'll be working overtime. But
Yeah.
but it is nice to have people that you can rely on.
Yes, that's really true.
And you know, I mean, I guess, you know, when do you know when to take a step back from this exactly? I know it's sometimes hard to take a step back. You don't want to feel like you're out of the loop. You don't want to feel like, you know, people are talking about something going on and you don't know what's going on. But how do you know when, if you are feeling drained or powerless or helpless, you know, upset, how do you know when to say, I need to take a break?
What a nice question. What a nice question.
Big question.
This is a big question,
yes.
and the point is, unfortunately, I can say a lot of people don't know that when you have to stay back, because of that we have a lot of burnout. You know, exactly before this burnout is the time to step back. You know,
I think it's so difficult to tell when
Yeah.
that's coming on until it's already there.
Yes.
Personally, I think that's why it's more important for me specifically, because I do a bad job of regulating. If I'm not specific about what I'm looking at, if I'm not specific about how much time I spend looking at the news and thinking about these things, then I know that I'll just go all in, and eventually I'll burn myself out, and I won't know
That's true.
you know, how or why. And so I personally like to limit the amount of time that I spend
Yeah.
even looking at this stuff. I have one or two podcasts that I listen to. I'll scroll occasionally, but I try to leave that a little bit to the side and focus more on the things that I have in my life here.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, like self-awareness is very important,
Of
because
course.
as you
Sure.
said, when should I know that I have to stop?
Yeah.
So yeah, we really need to think about ourselves as well, because I think when we made the decision that, okay, we are going abroad, it's a very big decision. So we are
course.
actually already prepared ourselves that what could be like possible or happen, and how should we actually treat ourselves. And I think not all, but at least many people actually understand and reach to that maturity level to think that okay, I should actually, I am the owner of myself here,
Yeah.
and I have to take care of myself. That is actually really very important, the awareness, so that at least before you think that okay, I have to scroll,
Yeah.
like stop over my scrolling, I have to understand that okay, I am actually, whatever I'm doing, it is actually too much. I
Yeah.
should actually control. So I think like the self-awareness building is really important for us, and set the boundaries. So yeah, maintaining a proper routine. And sometimes I really feel like the classes, it's kind of, we feel it might be overwhelming, but I think it's also actually help us to stay and focus in your
Yeah.
routine.
Keeps you a little bit more
that
distracted, so you have
there is
something
some
else to focus
pressure.
your.
So you can actually
energy
divide
into.
it, your concentration, that okay, those things I also have to be done. I have to put concentrate. So I really need a full stop to put somewhere.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
yeah.
Of course. Yeah. So about myself, I think I didn't know that. Because of that, I told you guys it was a moment which I wasn't able to do something. My body say, okay, stop.
Yes.
You know?
Yes.
Then that means I didn't have this self-awareness maybe to being aware about what's going on with myself and with my life.
Yeah.
And that was a moment that say, okay, now you have to step back.
Yeah.
You know?
Yes.
And
Yeah.
it's hard again, like, you know when to step back. And
Yeah.
when you feel those moments of helplessness, I think it's maybe difficult, but the thing you have to remember is that you should also like you're not helpless in the sense of you can't help not help yourself. You have to focus on yourself as well, your own mental health, and you know, do things that are going to help you feel okay.
Yeah, sure.
And
And-
acknowledge you have those
Yeah,
feelings.
And I think it's a good thing to have those people who will tell you, hey, you're getting a little bit too into this.
Yes.
Exactly,
You're,
yeah.
you're spending a little bit too
Yeah.
much of your time and your energy and your focus on
I
this.
can say a story from like my home right now is that so my family often we talk about politics mostly.
Yeah.
Every day we go into discussions about like, oh, this is happening now, oh, this is happening. And I remember feeling the other day we were out to dinner and we are discussing again about, oh, everything is terrible, it's terrible. And I just kind of had to check out from the conversation because I was like, I'm just getting too overwhelmed. I can't do this anymore.
Yeah.
I need to take a second to just relax.
I see. Yeah.
So I know like it's hard. I know you don't want to feel like sometimes people say like, oh, why don't you contribute to the conversation? It's like I can and I will give my opinion, give my perspective, share news that I also read.
Yeah.
But also it's like this is really debilitating sometimes. It's
Yes,
very
It's intense.
it's intense and like you feel like this overwhelming feeling of like, what can I do? Why am I in this reality? Why am I in this situation? Things can be so much better if this, and this happened. And
No.
so I feel like in this moment, I just want to stop
Yeah.
being in that cycle for at least, like, you know, a day, 2 days.
I see. The other thing is like, I think I learned that during this situation, you have to be healthy, mentally healthy to help your people,
Yeah.
help all the people. In my situation is my home country and my people, but if you do care about people in general and you want to help them, if you are overwhelmed, you cannot do something,
No.
Exactly.
you know?
You can't help other people if you're a mess.
Exactly. Amazing. Yeah, exactly. Yes, exactly. And the point was, I was watching news, and in X, Twitter, I'm calling it Twitter still.
Yeah.
Yeah. I watched one video, which I wish I didn't watch it.
Yeah.
That was crazy.
Yeah.
And after that, I couldn't stop thinking about the situation, you know? And it was a nightmare for me. So I said, okay, I have to stop watching videos. I have to stop reading some news for a few days to find myself again. And then I can keep going,
Exactly.
you know? So first of all, be careful because we are human.
Yeah.
And having empathy is great, but you have to be mentally healthy to help other people.
Yeah.
As I told you again, right?
You do have to help yourself as well.
Yeah, sure.
So just, I guess, what are some habits that you guys take to help improve your own mental health, or what are some habits you take to, you know, take a step back?
I like to focus on some of my other interests. You know, I love music and I love reading and all of that kind of stuff. And so I dive really deeply into whatever book that I'm reading, or, you know, make sure I'm practicing with my instruments. And, you know, I think that really helps me to have another outlet, you know, a place where I can
Good to
put
have
that energy.
Yeah, hands-on hobby for sure. What about you guys?
Well, for me, I think I really try to maintain a proper routine so that I can actually divide my concentration. But definitely, time to time, it is really difficult to concentrate.
Yeah.
And routine stays into the wall. There is no application. So, yeah, that is actually difficult. But for me, I think like the walking is really helps me. Or I don't know whether have you even seen already saw me like I am walking around the campus or somewhere. Yeah, but when I feel like, okay, I am in a verge at overthinking, or like at a verge of the overthinking, I try to like put a pause immediately there, and I think like take a 5-minute walk or break or anything is actually really important. So
Definitely.
whatever I do at that moment, I try to push it. But definitely it's actually difficult when we are in a class.
Yeah.
You should concentrate on the class, but still I feel like walking or take a short recess from whatever I'm doing actually really helps me to at least calm down for that moment. So when I feel like when I calm down a bit, then I can actually again look actually where I was there and start from there again. So
Yeah.
it helps me to grasp again what I left. Yeah.
That's very valuable.
Amazing.
Taking that time to focus on you.
Yeah.
Exactly. For me, it's also listening to music and take a walk or do some sport, which this is a time which I focus on what I'm doing, and not
Yeah.
about the information.
In the
Exactly.
moment.
Exactly. Not about the information and the
Yes.
things which is in my mind. And also avoiding watching some videos and news and scrolling in the morning and
Yeah.
before go to bed, because how you start the day is very important and how you finish it.
Yeah.
That's-
But I actually
yeah.
oppose that. I really feel like it is a very bad thing we do to ourselves. Like at the very early morning, what we do, we check the news.
Yeah.
And it
Exactly.
actually affect your day.
Yeah, of
And
course.
again, when
Yeah.
we actually check the news again at the just before the bedtime, it
Yeah.
also actually affect your sleep.
Just
Yeah.
just
So
keeps you up.
that's
Exactly.
I actually try. I really don't check the phone at the very first thing at the morning, and also I don't try actually put me in a disciplined way that I should not use the phone just before the bedtime.
Same.
Exactly.
Not-
So a specific time, but you have to figure it out actually
Yeah.
which time helps you most.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sure.
allowing yourself to wake up naturally and not
Yeah.
immediately spike your cortisol levels.
Yeah.
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 I mean, so some other tips that we've talked about was like, again, setting some news boundaries. So to, again, like as you said, not before bed, not right when you first wake up in the morning, maybe giving yourself a news window where you allow yourself a certain amount of time in the day to catch up on the news, but then after that, you don't focus on the news.
Yes.
Yeah.
Or also like listening to your own trusted news outlets, not just looking at, like attention grabbing social media posts
Yeah.
that's
Yeah,
trying
sure.
to like really like, get you, try to rage bait you, try to upset you, try to just focus on like the facts of for example, for
Yeah.
me, it's like a New York Times article or a CNN article
Mm-hmm.
that will, give me the information I need without trying to, get me emotionally engaged with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Other things like obviously doing breathing exercises. Like, I don't know if you've heard of the 4-6 breathing. So you breathe in for 4
Yeah.
seconds, out
Yeah.
for 6. You
Of
can
course.
practice that now if you want.
Yeah.
But
Sure. Let's do it.
let's do it. Yeah.
Yeah. Why
So-
not?
I will watch.
Watch, okay. So,
Come on, do some meditation.
ready?
So,
Okay.
oh my gosh,
So relaxed.
so
Yeah.
good.
Cured.
I'm totally different right
Yes.
But also, yes, going for a walk. Especially, I mean, I know I really enjoy music, but also sometimes without the headphones is good. So you can really kind of, it focuses on grounding yourself in your
Yeah.
environment. Something I do when I'm stressed as well is it's a grounding exercise where you focus on the 5 senses. So you will, focus on things that you can touch, like 5
Yeah.
things that you can touch, 4 things that you can hear, 3 things that you can see, and, taste and, smell as well.
Yeah.
And it's good at keeping yourself in your own body and not up in this stratosphere of stress and knowledge and information and overwhelm.
Yeah.
I see. Yeah.
Of course, also, being around people that you value, your friends. Also, even if it is around, you're in a coffee shop, in a library, around strangers, it can help you feel less isolated.
Yeah.
And, feeling that you're not just alone in your room
Yeah.
in the dark,
Yeah.
stressed. And
Exactly.
obviously take any action, make a donation, you can volunteer,
Yeah.
go to
Doing
an
what you
event.
can do.
Do what you can do if you want to feel you have some sort of power in the situation. And obviously allow yourself to feel joy as well.
Yeah.
If you are in a moment where maybe you're with a friend and you're laughing, but then you feel this sort of tinge of guilt for feeling joy,
I can
Don't
totally understand
feel
this.
that.
Yeah.
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 allow yourself to feel happy. Allow yourself to, like you're not ignorant for
Yeah.
not keeping up in the moment. You're not, betraying someone for not for feeling happy in the moment.
And we really need those moments of happiness to help, make sure that we'll be able to make it through those moments of darkness, because every life is going to have its ups and downs. All throughout history is ups and downs. So you need to take the good as much as you can.
Obviously take on healthy habits, not harmful ones, Don't take the dopamine spikes of like, okay, I'm going to shop for a bunch of stuff on Etsy now.
Yeah.
But
Buy a convertible.
this will solve all my problems. But yes, focus on things that can, again, remind yourself of, where you are, who you are, and that you are a human being that you can, control your own body and feelings of. I think that's the most important thing you can do. But I guess some other last question I have for you guys is,
Please.
what do you wish that the university could do differently for you? Like, do you wish that they could discuss something more openly with you guys, or what is your thoughts on what they could be doing differently?
Nice question. Let me think about it.
Another thinker.
Yeah. I think that maybe they do a little bit in this arena, but I think that they could maybe be doing more to foster a community in international. There are a couple of events usually like the tentpole ones, like once a year, twice a year, but more smaller community based international and intercultural programs to like get people to come together and be able to support each other in these trying times. I think would be really helpful.
Having some support groups, or
Yes.
something that you can talk to and reach out to.
Yes. I think I have also kind of same opinion, because international students, they are far from their family, and kind of I can say we are our family.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, we're the
Because-
home away from home.
Exactly. So we have to help each other to feel less stress. Probably some student like me who come from Middle East, we have some more worse news, unfortunately, because of this region
Yeah.
and the political situation which is over there.
Yeah.
So supporting each other, try to meet up once a month, I don't know, and learn how to support each other.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, and from my side, I would say I actually knew that KUAS always actually organize different kind of activities like the events or so on, and it's really nice to see people are actually joining and enjoying those kind of thing. And also, I think KUAS already have the student support system.
Yes.
From where actually, if someone really feel overwhelmed and could not control or definitely need any kind of support, they can actually seek support from them. But I feel like the visibility is a bit less. Many students know about that, but those like many students don't know, and those know, they actually don't have a clear idea what kind of support they can get. So I think for now what is KUAS doing is in a good shape, but maybe a bit more awareness building is required.
Exactly. Absolutely
More
right.
clarity.
Yeah.
Absolutely
sure.
right. Yeah.
Maybe some people
absolutely
aren't
right.
aware of the programs are offering at the school, and that should be more visible.
Yeah. Sorry, something to add just came to my mind.
Yes,
Maybe
of course.
also we can have the extra course, like beginning of the first semester for the international student,
Yeah.
to explain them how handle this kind of feeling.
Yeah, I think that
Because
could be
some
a
of them, they are really young,
Yes,
you know,
yes, that's true.
and handling this kind of feelings, it's not so easy,
Yeah.
right?
No.
It's a process
Yeah.
to learn, right?
having a course talking about feeling
Yes.
empathy and
Exactly.
feeling, like having how to have a dialogue about
Yeah.
your feelings.
Exactly.
Yeah, considering the current unstable situation, it really feels it is now necessary. It is
Yeah,
now the right
exactly.
time to have such kind of course.
Yeah,
Yes.
exactly.
Definitely. And then just any pieces of advice for our audience, anyone watching that are older, younger, that are listening. How can they?
Should we do it in the
You can to the camera if you want.
Yeah. Maybe same order as
Same order?
introductions. Yeah.
Okay. So, I would like to say, as I went through this really bad situation by myself, I have learned it's okay to feel bad about the situation which is happening in your country or other countries. And because you are a good human, if you have this kind of empathy. But you have to learn how to care about your health and mental health as well. So sometimes it's good to understand you have to take a step back, focus on yourself, and search for how you can help them. And after you're doing this, it's gonna help you feel good about yourself. So take it easy. That's my piece of advice.
I'd say advice wise, make sure that you're not overextending yourself. You need to think about what you can do, not just what you want to do. I understand the feeling of wanting to help as much as you can and of wanting to throw everything away to really focus on the issues of the world. But you got to understand that there are some things that you're going to be able to help with. There are some things you're not going to be able to help with. And being able to tell the difference between the two, I think, is extremely important. I also think that making sure that you seek out those moments of happiness, those things that make you feel like you can move forward, and making sure that you're putting focus and energy into those, because it's so important to have that satisfaction, to have that happiness. Yeah.
Yeah, I would like to mention, like, I feel we are actually enough courageous. We have that much courage. That's why we actually take that decision and we come here to, for a better future or something. And we also I feel like we are actually not weak. And what you said, it is okay to be not okay.
Yeah.
So that is completely fine. So I think we just need to do like the kindest and bravest thing we can do to ourselves, that is seek for support when we feel like that, okay, it is overwhelmed, whether it could be to discuss with your friend, or if you think that it is needed to communicate with your professor or any sort of support you need, just go for it. It's not kind of a weakness or something. I feel it is really necessary, and it shows that you have a strong personality, that you are able to understand your weakness and you wanted to like convert it into a strong point. Yep.
Yeah.
I think those are all really good pieces of advice. Obviously the overarching theme is to, while you can't control the world or others, you can control how you feel about it.
Yeah.
So, yes.
Pardon. Before we, finish, I would like to, is this okay? I would like to wish something.
Yes.
As we are management and leadership and business student, and we learn about leadership and management, I wish we are going to have some leaders in the future, which the people don't need to die for their freedom. They don't need to die for the better the life quality or the basic right. That's my wish, not only for my country, for the world, for all the people.
That's my wish too.
Yeah.
I think that's...
Then I could say I also have a wish, and that is technology should be used to support the humanity, not against the humanity.
Exactly.
Of course.
Yeah.
Yes. So again, thank you so much for joining us on this episode of Between Classes. You can always follow us at our Instagram at betweenclasses_. I'll put it here on the screen. And have a nice day.
Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Bye, everyone.
Thank you.